The Makerspace is an amazing club that we have here at the high school that really provides lots of opportunities for students to create just about anything they want under the sun.
The maker mindset that helps all of us in here is the idea of being able to fail, then be willing to get back up and try it another 50 times.
So we have the Maker Marketplace, and we make a vast amount of products for different companies and ourselves to try to create a self-funding environment.
Anyone can do what we're doing. It's not hard, you just have to have the motivation to say, that's awesome, I want to do that.
Hello, my name is Andrew Robitaille, and I am the media specialist at Hudson High School. I am also the advisor of the Hudson High School Makerspace. The Makerspace is a fabrication lab and also a student club that allows students to create, design, tinker, build, and basically, if they can think of it, they can make it. We have all kinds of facilities, materials, and equipment here that allows students to tinker and design things for themselves, for their passion projects, but also to integrate it into the classes that they are taking, such as science, where they can use 3D printers to create class projects. So we do an awful lot of matching up with academic content standards all throughout the curriculum, and we use that in the Makerspace to make ideas come to life. We also engage in a lot of entrepreneurship in the Makerspace, where we are often involved in having vendor tables at various events in our community where we can make things and sell things. Students get to learn a bit about the business side of creating things. And we have a huge array of equipment here that students can use to design all kinds of projects. We can do 3D printing, we can do laser engraving, we can do sewing and embroidery, we can do dye sublimation printing, we can do vinyl cutting, heat press, button making, electronics and coding, as well as virtual reality, augmented reality, and all kinds of immersive technology that is on the cutting edge.
There's so much going on in here all the time. So, for example, my friend Abby over there is working on a coat for her dog. So that's a really interesting project because not only does she get to use the embroidery machine, which is one of our newest machines, but she also does the sewing machine and gets to learn about sewing new kinds of materials. We're also constantly making products for the various different markets that we do. These include the Inspire conference that we went to a little while ago, and there's also a market at Hudson that we go to the farmer's market. Yeah, so we're going to go to the farmer's market this year as well during the winter time to sell Christmas themed products. So for that we're making these slate coasters that we use on the laser, that we print on the laser cutter. So we put Cleveland, we put Hudson, we put all sorts of stuff to try to get them to sell. We're also making coasters on the sublimation printer, so we can print full color pictures onto it, which is really interesting. So we can do like Cleveland skyline or that kind of thing. We're also printing ornaments. Those are also on the laser cutter. So they're made out of wood, and they have the Ohio shape and then the Ohio script in them. And those are really, really popular. We've been selling those at the farmer's market as well. And then we always are working on keychains as well on the 3D printers in the shape of clock towers, in the shape of Ohio, that kind of thing. Try to get people to buy our stuff and support the club.
One of the future ventures that we are very interested in at the Makerspace, and which involves this ITIP Ohio grant, is we would like to get into the ability to do 3D scanning, to be able to take an object, scan it, and digitally produce it in 3 dimensions on a computer. So we could use the 3D scanner to be able to collaborate with the science department to take some of their 3D models that they have, like of a human heart, with all the layers on it, and we could scan that in to allow students to then have a 3D rendering of that they could look at on their iPads and look at it all the different angles and zoom in on it and really study it outside of the classroom where the model is no longer available to them. We also get a lot of requests from teachers that want us to repair things for them, things that might have broken. This is one example of a really old card shuffler that our Spanish teacher was asking if we could fix. The gears stopped working in it. With a 3D scanner, we could scan this and then reproduce it using our 3D printers to produce an improved and more durable and a version of this gear that would actually improve it and make it work for another few decades. We thank you for your consideration for this ITIP Ohio teacher grant. We know that the Hudson High School Makerspace would put it to very good use and look forward to showing you the results. Thank you very much for your consideration.